my channel, and today I thought we would do a fun, nosy, juicy biggie card reading on what your person has heard about you, where they heard it from, and how that is affecting how they're viewing you, if it's affecting it at all. And just remember that just because somebody is gossiping about you and the things that people say about you, it's not actually who you are. So just hold your own personal vibration. Don't let this get to you if any weird stuff comes out. So that being said, I do have 3 piles here. Pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3, and here's this. The first one is this Forest and Dark Chocolate Mint Bar. The second one is Hazelnut Toffee and Dark Chocolate. The third one is Bold and Silky Dark Chocolate. So pick your poison, people, and if you need to pause this video, go ahead and do that now. Otherwise, I'm going to jump right in with pile number 1. Weigh my options. Okay. Pile number 1. What has your person heard about you? Your person has heard that you are choosing yourself, basically. You are moving forward in your life. Maybe you moved away from home for some of you in order to find your personal fulfillment. This could have been for money. Like maybe some of you guys had like lost a job or something. And so, but you're moving on. Like you're moving on with intention, integrity, strength. You're rising to the occasion in some instance in your life. And you're connecting with your own personal willpower and the things that you want for yourself. You are the Chariot card here, this young king on the move. And this is Major Arcana. And I just did push-ups, so sorry if I'm shaking. But you are this person where you are soft and sensitive, and I feel like that was maybe you feel that had been taken advantage of in the past, and so you have firmed up in order to go after your own success. I feel like you're looking squarely at some not so savory behavior. There's like a certain type of person, if not just one person, maybe it's this person that was really selfish to you in the past, and you're realizing, or you realized just how different you are. Your person has heard that you're doing some traveling, and I feel like, you know, like in that Osho Zen tarot deck, how like the traveling card, it talks about soul traveling, like you're moving on with your soul, but it can also mean like actual traveling. I'm getting that you're probably doing both. My husband just was explaining to me today that time and space, like that time and space continuum, it's like one and the same thing. So you could be moving around in your physical space, but you're moving around in your soul too. So, I know that we're all in quarantine and stuff, but this could have happened over like a greater period of time. And since that time, your person has heard that you have moved on in some way. I feel like they've heard that you've found some kind of success, even like by turning your back on some things that didn't serve you. Maybe this is some kind of belief, but I feel like your person's heard that you're an outcast of some kind, but that you're leaning into it. And you're in like this single energy. Yeah, like your person, they've heard that you're doing really, really well for yourself. They could have heard that you've won some kind of award for something. But they also could have heard that you have fallen under like hard times with the 5 of Pentacles here, because that can mean like, you know, difficulties in money or another area of your life, but that it's like they've heard that you're rising above your circumstances though. Like if you have been through something difficult, and either way, I really do see that you are stepping into your own. So how do they feel about this, or how are they thinking about this, and where do they hear it from? They are trying not to think about this. they're trying to block this off. They're trying not to let this affect them, because I feel like this person didn't treat you very well in the past, and they don't want to take any kind of ownership or responsibility. Also, this person is not doing as well as you think they are, and they don't want you to know that. So they see you in a light where it's like you maybe walked away from them, or you walked away from a group of people that didn't really accept you and your uniqueness and who you were in the past. And you are finding your own creative expression, and you're moving forward with a lot of power. And it looks like you're not looking back. And your person, this is the Emperor wannabe card to me in my mind. And I just feel like your person is trying to not say anything. They're trying to stay off your radar because they're not happy with where they are in comparison to what they've heard about you. They might have even heard that you have a new person in your life that's very handsome and sexy and all about you. Maybe you're moved in with someone. I feel like they heard that you're with someone that makes you really happy, or like that you're having sex with someone that makes you happy, and that I feel like, yeah, that you're just like super happy. This person's like, this person that you're with could intimidate this person as well, like the things that they've heard about them. Because this person that you're with now, like, could be opposite from you in some kind of a way. They could come from something, like some kind of a background of success. Whether that is, like, you know, wealth, or this person has some kind of recognizable thing about them. Or they're just attractive. Like, even if it's that, like, they're attractive or they're very smart. This person has achieved some kind of accolades in something. Maybe some people... Hold on. I just want to see... This person that you are asking about is very prideful. Like, very prideful about this. They really want you to think that they're doing well for themselves. I feel like this person is used to, like, kind of getting their way and stuff, and they are used to being, like, they're just not feeling their best. And they like it when people, like, praise them and are attached to them and attracted to them, but you're moving on. And I really just want to see what this Five of Pentacles is all about. Yeah, you're moving on to a better day. For sure. With the Sun card here, that's major arcana, that's healing, that's joy, that's happiness. There's also a bit of privacy around your relationship with this person that you have, this new person that's in your life, or this new endeavor that you are undertaking. It's like you had this glow up in private, and it makes it all the more real for this person if you are seeing someone, because they're like, oh, well, they weren't even like showing this on social media or whatever, but this person is like pursuing you, you know? And you're finally, I feel like you had some kind of glow up, and you're finally getting some success or some recognition that you deserve. Like, you might actually have won an award or some kind of accolade, and this person's heard about it. And it's from something that I feel like you were put down about in the past, or that caused you some kind of strife. So this person is feeling very sexually attracted to you because of this. With the Strength card here, you have a ton of Sun Leo energy going on here. This is you finding your own vibration, stepping away from people who pretended to be nice to your face, but didn't really... They were just selfish. They were just selfish, and they had their own happiness and their own well-being in mind, and these people just wanted to take from you and move forward with their own life. Like, people have seen you as a commodity in the past, or this person has, and this group of people has. And it's honestly like, your person responded to this too, just so you know, by like gossiping more, you know, and encouraging it. And they might have said that they're interested in you and that they want to reconcile, but this person has a lot of pride, and so they were trying to hold themselves back here. And they have like they're very attracted to you now because they're seeing you standing in your power and getting it recognized for it. You look happier. You know, like when you feel happy, like you look happier on the outside, you look healthier. And that's something that's happening, and your person's finding themselves very attracted to you, but they don't want you to know because A, this person's prideful, B, they want you to chase them, and C, they're not doing so hot themselves. They want you to think that they have more success, more money, more dates, more attention than they actually do right now. I feel like in one way or another, your person's like kind of let themselves go. They've kind of like rested on their laurels and thought that like people just are always going to think they're awesome. This person is like a chip on their shoulder. So Yeah, they're really running from this in their mind. They're trying to downplay your success in their own mind, but it's self-protecting. And they just can't help but feel like super attracted to you. And then this, like, that's what I'm seeing with this. Like, I need to weigh my options. That's what this person said in the group of like, oh, I need to weigh my options. And it kind of like, it's letting people know that like they might go like get back with you or try to get back with you or try to reconcile with you with the Three of Cups. But it's not saying like I'm interested in this person like as the sun of my life, because you are this person's central focus right now. And so far as like people that they're attracted to, like they want to be with you because they're just amazed with whatever it is that you're doing. Like it's fresh. Whatever you're doing, I want to say it's fresh, like this mint here. But it's also grounded like the dark chocolate. Like it's the perfect blend of both worlds, if you will. And that's poetic because that's kind of dual energy. You could have a dual sign in your chart, Gemini, Sag, Pisces, Virgo, to where you are as this sense of mutability, this sense of creativity, like a broad mind that likes to learn things, and can embrace multiple energies. And that's something that I'm getting with the Mercury card as well. So definitely like Gemini or Pisces energy coming through, because Pisces, or Mercury rules the last nakshatra in all the water signs, is where I'm getting that Pisces from. So, and Mercury is all about mastering a skill. It's all about being like super cutesy, like your person seeing you as very cute, seeing the energy that you're in as being very skillful, being very communicative. You're shining here and you are expressing your uniqueness in a way that's allowing people to be recognized, like allowing you to be recognized. And you might have like gotten the attention of somebody in particular here. Maybe somebody like you knew from home or like your hometown or something like that. So how your person was seeing you in the past is in this Venus energy. So someone very beautiful, someone very alluring, someone very grounded, somebody who does have like a lot of valuable skill sets, somebody who knows a lot about a lot of things, is really interesting to talk to, is really nice to talk to one-on-one, has a lot of meaningful relationships, someone that people like your person's always seen you as that. And I feel like that makes sense because your person strikes me as someone who wants to be with someone who is successful in some way or has some kind of like status attached to them. And so you are someone that I feel like you bumped this person's status or reputation. So maybe you guys have some second house synastry or something like that, or some Venus synastry, Venus sun, something like that. Your light attribute that they saw you in the past, right, is slave, surrendering your power of choice to the divine with complete trust. They thought they could take advantage of you. They think that this is kind of an empath narcissist kind of a vibe. I'm not trying to diagnose anybody, but that's just like the energies that I'm getting of like you're a person, because the Chariot's also the moon card. You know, it has a ton of like moon imagery. So I'm getting that like you're a very loving, sweet person. You get along with a lot of people. I feel like you like this masculine part of people. Like you really get along with masculine energy. Like you kind of just delight in it a little bit. But you are very self-determined. So it's like, I feel like your person felt like they knew how to work you in the past and keep you settling for something less than what you deserved. And they were like really smug and proud about it. And I feel like this person was duplicit with you. And they felt like they could hide things and keep things kind of hidden from you, but like still maintain this relationship. Honestly, like this person's quite sexually attracted to you. Like they always have been. And the shadow attribute that they were seeing you in is engineer, reliance on mechanistic solutions without regard for emotional consequence. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, you know what? I kind of am getting the energy of like, if you guys would get in a fight or something, you would try to explain things in a very logical way to this person so that you could get your needs met. Yeah, and like this person just didn't really like vibe with that. Temperance is what is clarifying that. Yeah, I'm getting that like you guys are opposites in some ways and you were trying to take like a higher approach here with the Temperance card in order to kind of help move things along. Interesting. So how are they seeing you now? Saturn. First of all, they're seeing you working. Like you're working on something. You're putting a lot of time and effort into something here. They see you. Okay. They see you as somebody who has been empowered here. They see you as channeling your sun energy very well. Because Saturn gives structure to things. And I do feel like they see that you are reaping your good karmas. Again, I'm getting Pisces. Like Uttara Bhadrapada energy is a Saturn ruled nakshatra in Pisces. So I don't know if you have some Pisces in your chart. But the light attribute that they're seeing you in is thief. Sheds light on the potential wealth within you that can never be stolen. Like I said, they've always seen you as a very valuable person. They've always seen you as someone that like they want to be associated with. Someone very beautiful, someone very talented. Someone that has a lot of knowledge about things, but I think they saw you as somewhat like lavish or languid in the past. Like maybe reliance on mechanistic solutions. That's so strange to me. Which the mechanistic, like, I don't know, I'm kind of getting the opposite of creativity, like mechanistic, having a mechanism, being easily like repeatable. So maybe they saw you as like an option. They saw you as like, yeah, you're pretty, but like you're one in a million. They weren't really seeing this like energy come from you, this powerhouse energy of like your soul expression. And that doesn't have to be your fault. Okay. This person honestly is very self-centered. I don't think they would know true love if it's, never mind. I almost said something inappropriate. So this person's just quite self-absorbed. And just because people who are self-absorbed don't see your greatness and your potential, a lot of times, like, people, like, behavior doesn't exist in a vacuum, right? People's behavior so much has nothing to do with you, especially this person. Because they're just very, very, very self-centered. So the shadow attribute is warrior, trading ethical principles for victory at any cost, indifference to the suffering inflicted on others. You know what? I'm just getting like without regards to me is coming through, right? Like that was your shadow attribute here, without regard for emotional consequence. And this one over here with warrior, with indifference to suffering inflicted on others. Like, I just think you had some boundaries and you're moving on here. And because, you know, it's interesting that emotions are coming up so much on this person's side, because we have the Chariot here, right, that deals with moon and the way that they're seeing you. And I can't help but notice this man's face. Like, he's quite stoic and doesn't look very happy. You know, he's like, he's going to push forward at all costs. Like, this person could see, and also it's traveling too, so maybe they see that you're traveling. But I just think that this person is suffering like what's called narcissistic injury. It looks like an emotional response, but it's like fit throwing. And it's over something, it's over like you having boundaries, basically, and you having a glow up and you putting your foot down. And saying like, actually, you know what? I know that I'm valuable and I'm going to go out there and work. Brittany, you better work, but that's what you're doing. Because you want a Ducati. You want a Maserati? I'm just kidding. I don't know that you want that. But you are just, willing to put in the work. I feel like this person, you feel like that you were trapped in some kind of strange karmic cycle with this person and you're just moving on. And that's what this person has heard about you, is that you've essentially gone through a glow up. You are standing in your own power. You could have blocked this person and you could have like left town. And this person doesn't know how to reach you. Like, this person might have heard that you blocked them and that you're not going to reach them, basically. Like, you're protecting yourself and you're living it up. Like, they think that you're traveling, you're living it up, you're feasting, you're hanging out with friends. Like, that's what they've heard, that you have a new group of friends, that you're getting treated nicely, and that people like you, people like what you're about, people like your skill set, your speech, how you're talking, and that they want to support you. And that there's a part, like, they can't see you. There's some part of you that is off limits to them. I feel like this person has stalked your social media or tried to. Like, this person heard something about you, and I feel like they went to your social media, and if you blocked them, they were like, what? Or if you didn't block them, there's things that they have questions, like, about your life, where they see you, like, traveling and having a good time and stuff, and they're like, wait, what? I thought this person was supposed to be suffering without me because I'm the greatest thing known to man. What the heck? Kidding. Or am I? I feel like there's something more with the Saturn card. Oh yeah, Capricorn, like the 10th house. Status. But like status for something that you're working on. Like well earned. You know, because in the past I think that they thought like, oh, well, you're just a beauty, or there's something about you, like you have some kind of talent or something that just, like, you don't really have to do anything about it. You're just, people are just going to like try to give you stuff or whatever. And maybe like they really saw you as like going with the flow in the past, like just not I feel like you love this person, and this person has a warped perspective, and they were like, oh, I could take advantage of her easily. I can easily manipulate her. But the only reason they could do that is because you were a person in love. Like, I think they saw you as someone who was in love with them, and that you were surrendering your choices to them with complete trust. And that you could have been, like, giving them, like, more authority over your life than this person honestly really deserved. But, like, we talk a lot about Harville Hendrix on this channel, and he talks about that amnesia period where that person can do no wrong. And it was just that you love this person and you couldn't see that they were being a jerk, like, you know, and that was who they are. This person's a jerk. But they are wounded by this. It's just not a wound. Just so you know, be very careful. If you do suspect that this person has narcissistic tendencies, like they're really high on the narcissist scale, or you feel that they full on have a disorder, like, you have to be so careful, because if you did leave this person, I'm just warning you, like, that personality type, like, if you did leave this person and if you did stand up for yourself and then you take this person back, they're going to play along for a while, and then they're going to make you suffer, and it's going to be embarrassing and humiliating, and they're going to that is like part of the narcissistic, like, cycle and pattern. That's just something to be aware of, and I just wanted to warn you. So, okay, that's what I have for you guys. Pile number 1, your person heard that you're doing great, so just keep it up. Please do like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I hope you guys noticed that I've been really working on my aesthetic and stuff, and that's, like, super important to me. So, thank you guys. Bye. Pile number 2. What has your person heard about you? Well, they've heard a lot, because you have 3 major arcana cards in this area of the reading. So they've heard a lot of significant things. They've heard that you've had some kind of spiritual upheaval of your life. Also, they could have heard that you're judging them and their authority or their leadership on something, and you're stepping into your own authority and leadership on something. This could definitely be spiritually related. And I do feel like with the Fool card here, I'm just getting this, like, divine Aquarian energy, right? We're moving from the age of Pisces into the age of Aquarius. And if you ask me, we're really heavily seeing that this year. We have a ton of Pluto energy going on here. And just this year. And this is kind of what's happening on a collective scale. So I feel like you're a light worker. Your person is heard, and I want to say just realized that you are a light worker, that you came here with some kind of spiritual authority. I feel like you're a person who is content to play nice with others. You know, you believe that everybody should like find their place in the world. And that's something that you've always believed. And that could have led this person to not see you at first, because the energy that they're seeing you in is the Scorpio energy. So and keep in mind, you guys, like, how people perceive us has a lot to do. They're seeing you through their own lens, right? Because this person, I don't think, can admit to themselves that they weren't relating to you in an authentic kind of a way. They were a little bit arrogant. So was pile number 1. People are arrogant is what I'm learning from this reading, you guys. Probably me too. We're all a little bit arrogant. Maybe arrogance is the wrong word. You get what I'm saying. So, so this person saw you maybe as holding back, being quite observant when you were around them. And now you've made some kind of judgment and upheaval in your life with the Judgment card here and this Scorpionic energy. I feel like that you're sounding off some kind of call to action, and you're enacting your divine mission is what somebody has told them about you. I feel like you might be someone who has a platform of some kind with the Hierophant. And if you don't have, like, you know, a huge platform of something like your social media, you're a person that people listen to. You are a person, you've started to speak about things that are spiritual things that have to do with our soul mission, your soul mission, embracing who you are. And you've really stepped up into your leadership role here, your own leadership capacity. You're closing out cycles that no longer serve you. This cycle possibly being of this scorpionic energy. Now, they're seeing you as someone who is a spiritual adept. They're seeing you as someone who is a deep diver, who holds a lot of mystic spiritual truths. I feel like you've done a lot of research when it comes to something related to the Scorpio-Pluto axis, because we have Scorpio-Pluto axis all over this place. Or I said Scorpio-Pluto, I meant Scorpio-Taurus, Scorpio-Taurus axis. So there's this conversation, this person's hearing that there's this conversation happening with you between like what's grounded, what's foundation, and what's being transformed and upheaval. This person could have heard something about marriage, maybe for some of you, your person's heard that you've gotten divorced and you're starting over and you're like free. This person's definitely heard that you've started some kind of adventure, that you're being very trusting. I feel like they might have heard that you're a divine channel, or that some things that you say like carry that energy of like being a divine channel, but you've given it structure here with the Hierophant. And in that way, your person, it seems like maybe they have an issue with that. I don't know. But they're seeing you as an authority on something. Somebody who has a very pleasant way of speaking deep truths, and that it has something to do with your divine mission. I feel like this person sees you as helping to usher in the spiritual change of the new age. Like that's what they've heard. I don't know if you run in spiritual circles, yogic circles, things like that, where you have people who would use such terms. But if not, this person sees that you've undergone a personal transformation, that you've stepped into authority on spiritual matters, on societal matters, because the Hierophant, here's the thing about the Hierophant too, it comes after the Emperor, and the Emperor, the Hierophant is said to have more power than the Emperor because of his divine channeling nature. And I'm just, this is how I'm seeing this. You get me? This divine channeling nature where it's like you're speaking with spiritual authority. You're trying to infuse, here we go. You're trying to infuse spirituality into our daily habits, places where we've been like kind of stubborn. So like I said, that you're using some kind of platform in order to do this. With the Fool here, this is Aquarius energy, so this could be online. They're seeing you online. Maybe you do have some kind of an online platform. With Scorpio, they're seeing you as someone who is perhaps thinking of power and status. Now, for some of you guys, I don't necessarily think they think that you're after power and status. They certainly see you step up into power and status. I feel like it caught them by surprise because you're very Aquarian. I'm getting that you are very Aquarian and that you believe that it is divine when people step into their role, you know, and that you're trying to wake people up to this. This is one of the astrological themes of this year as well, where people are trying to wake up to the fact that they're not doing the thing that they're passionate about. They're not doing the thing that they love. This has like been me. I can totally relate to this. And why? Like, why are they going to waste time doing that? Like, you need to start stepping into that. And so there's a certain amount of trust. Like you're really in your spirituality and you've trusted the divine in some way, and in order to transform your life is something that they're hearing as well. Now, and the way that you're doing that is you're starting to speak up about, or you're focused on the relationship between status, power, people's hidden motives, and the way that that translates out into the daily world and the things that we value here with the Hierophant card, because this is Taurus energy, right? So it can be kind of stubborn, ingrained. I'm just getting the voice of the state. Like, I just feel like you're challenging authority. So what is the energy that they're in when they're hearing this? Jupiter. I feel like you expand this person's mind. That's part of like, first of all, what have they heard about you? They could have heard this from your social media presence. If you haven't, like if you still have contact with this person over that kind of a platform. And the tarot is telling me that that's something that they've heard about you via like the internet, or a friend group, honestly. But you've expanded this person's mind, especially when it comes to status, you guys, because Jupiterian people, if you have Jupiter in your chart, this is an expansive energy. And a lot of times these people, they speak with authority, and you got to watch them because thank goodness Jupiter is smart and Jupiter likes to learn. Thank goodness, because, you know, if not, they have a voice about them that people just listen to. They just listen to it. You know, they speak with such authority, spiritual authority as well. This person could be some kind of spiritual authority. And they weren't recognizing the spiritual authority in you. And I just feel like this is balancing some kind of karmic situation between the two of you, where this person, they didn't see you. They didn't see this part of you. So they're taking it as probably more of a tower moment than it actually is for you. You're definitely undergoing, or you have undergone, some kind of transformation, and they've heard about it. But they might have heard about it and then translated it into some kind of tower moment that it really wasn't, you know? Like, of course, there was the energy of change there, but, like, it wasn't, you know, your life didn't melt into, like, some weird dimension or something like that. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, you've taught this person. This person is really, like, amazed. There's somebody, like, they're looking upon you as a spiritual teacher, and that's significant because I feel like this person has some kind of authority. This person could be very educated. They could be very charitable. They could be quite spiritually minded themselves. And they're just, like, acknowledging you. And you know what else I'm looking at? I feel like they're looking at you as an equal because it's hard to see his pupils here, but, like, he's looking, sorry about the light, you guys, blinded by the light, sorry. So yeah, he's, like, looking equally, whereas you can tell by his posture he's used to looking down. So listen, Saggies are the best of us, I agree, but so either way, like, this person, you've expanded this person in some way. You've helped to, I feel like you've helped to broaden their mind in relation to those topics that I was telling you about, like status, you know, money, whatever. And let me just say, this is a Saturn ruled person who moves about in spiritual circles, and we're moving into Aquarius, a Saturn ruled sign in Vedic. The pattern of the nakshatras, it goes Jupiter, Saturn, Mercury. I'm fascinated with this, like, last little bit there. Because Jupiter is the energy of expansion. You have a lot of prosperity gospel that is talked about in spiritual circles, like, just believe it and your mind will make it, you know. And it's like, sure, but then oh, Looney, she got a hairball. Okay, so like, you know, just believe it, you know, and you can dream it, and blah blah blah. And they're in this Jupiterian energy, and they're living a Jupiterian life. After that comes Saturn, the Guru checks it. You know, so this person, you, and you know, when you're in this energy, you don't really have much motivation. Behavior does not happen in a bubble. You don't really have much motivation to look beyond it. And it's wonderful, like, if you're in this energy, but it's not like any other energy in the zodiac. It's not ubiquitously applied. You got to get everything in its proper place. You know what I'm saying? And so I feel like this person, you change this person's attitude, especially about people who are, like, less fortunate than them and the rat race that they're stuck in and something like that. You could have had less than this person, and they see that you, I feel like there's a status difference between the two of you. It could be an age difference, a cultural difference, because they look at you as probably, like, younger. This person's, like, adventurous and exciting and whatever too, but there's a balancing that's going on, a great equalizing that's happening between the two of you guys, because I feel like whatever it is that they heard, right, about this energy that you're in, that you've done, they're starting to see that you're not just, like, I mean, a lot of times that jester energy, that childlike energy, when you're laughing about something and when you just, you know, it lightly, child, you know that quote? It speaks of mastery. This is why Mercury rules children, you know, but Mercury talks about skill. It's like a very light-hearted, fun energy, and that's why it's the last energy in the line of nakshatras. So enough about that. What were they thinking about? Justice. First of all, this person might want to debate with you. I do feel like there's ways that you guys disagree on a lot of stuff. You might have had to move away from this person. This person could feel that you're passing judgment on them. That's what they heard, is that you're kind of in a stubborn energy and you're passing judgment on them. Maybe that you're passing judgment on them because they got a divorce and they're moving on, for some of you. But I do feel like that you're passing judgment on, like, their spiritual beliefs. That their spiritual beliefs are, like, very rooted or whatever. So they want to balance the scales out. Not in, like, a super jerky way, though. Like, this person holds themselves into a high standard. They really do. And they see themselves as acting, like, in an appropriate way. And I'm not here to judge either way. Sounds like you guys need a balancing out. So they're thinking about, they want to have a conversation with you. They want to pick your mind for sure. They want things to be nice between the two of you guys. They see you guys as somewhat opposite ends of the spectrum in some sense of the word, but they they see it like we could work together. Like this person might actually be thinking about working together with you one-on-one. They're definitely thinking about having a conversation with you one-on-one. This person wants to spend quality time with you. This, in Jupiterian energy, Jupiter deals with groups. So does Aquarian energy, but Jupiterian energy for sure, especially like the way that they impart knowledge. So you might have known this person from a group setting, and now they want to spend one-on-one time with you, the Justice card here. Now, in their emotions, they're feeling a little helpless. They're holding themselves back because I do feel like you lit a fire under this person. You did teach them some things. They're very grateful about that. You probably got some new ideas like in their mind sparked. I do think they want to move towards you. They want to have some kind of one-on-one time with you. They want to have some kind of relationship with you. They're seeing you more as an equal, but they don't know how to move forward here. So they just kind of feel a little bit helpless. I feel that because what they did when they heard this, they got defensive. So with the two of these energies here, I do feel that this person, they feel that they need to self-protect a little bit about this energy. And it's got them in their feels. It's got them kind of stuck. They don't know how to move forward. They don't know how you're really feeling about them. I feel like maybe this was said to a group. Like whatever gossip they heard, it wasn't like super directed, but it's assumed that it was directed at them or that it could apply to them at the very least. And so, if the shoe fits. So they're just unsure. I feel like they might be a little agitated. They're keeping it to themselves. And it's bringing up things that maybe they don't want to look at. So let's jump down here. How they were seeing you in the past versus how they're seeing you now. So how they were seeing you in the past is in this Libran energy. Someone very smart, someone very elegant, someone very like with having a lot of social decorum. And you know what? Like I'm seeing that there's like group energy here. Like this person was the leader of the group, and maybe they're seeing that you didn't really rock the boat too much in that because you were very like Libras are very like princely, princessy. They saw you as a very spiritual person, probably someone who, there could have been a little bit of friction here, honestly, because Jupiter and Venus, Libra is ruled by Venus. Jupiter and Venus, believe it or not, they're both benefic energies in the zodiac, but they don't like each other. They don't get along super well. And so you both are working, you're both light workers, you both are working for something, you have different missions in this life. Your person is interested in bringing that together and working. They see that you work better one-on-one, or at least that's something they saw in the past. Like, I think they still see that in you, that you are a person who, well, you're comfortable in a group, I do think. Like giving direction to a group, but like, I don't know, they saw you in more of a one-on-one kind of an energy. So the light attribute is guide, represents the nature of the divine in life and in yourself. Visionary is the shadow attribute, selling insights to the highest bidder, compromising your vision to make it more acceptable. Okay, they saw you playing nice here with Libra. They saw maybe in the past you were trying to make yourself more palpable. Where like, but you are revolutionary. Like this person has heard that you finally unleashed, I feel like, the things that you were hiding and like this power within you. They could see you going through some kind of a healing crisis. You're ending cycles. Maybe you were this person feels like you were a little bit harsh with your words, but in order to end those cycles, but you needed to make yourself clear in some way. You had some hard stuff to say, is what this person is hearing about religion in general. You're here to rock the boat, you guys. And in the past, I feel like, this is just what I feel like, this person was seeing you as like a very, like, I want to say like white bread kind of a person, where it's like you're nice and there's a lot of, oh my gosh, I wanted to say there's a lot of uses for you. You play well with a group and you don't rock the boat too much, but like that's not something that you're here for, because I feel like your person maybe has always kind of known that you have, like, you're a thinker and you have these visionary qualities and these guide qualities. Because the light attribute of visionary is capacity to envision what is not yet conceivable to others, willingness to proclaim a vision without regard for personal gain. So you have a vision here, and you're you are a divine channel. That's what this person has heard. But I do feel like there's some tension that's going on between the two of you. And this person doesn't know what to do about it, because this person actually does really like you. I think they always have. They definitely, like, they used to think that they used to think, and they still think, that you are quite beautiful. I think they think you're more beautiful now with the moon energy, and then the prince energy is your light attribute. The moon is quite feminine, so you could be stepping up into your divine feminine energy. The moon is also quite mysterious and confused, dealing with some kind of pain. I just noticed this the other day in a personal reading, where like her head is like glowing into the moon. So you're showing the world like a different, you're challenging Logos in a masculine way. Because here's the thing about the Hierophant. The Hierophant wishes like that these keys that he has below him could open the same gates that the divine high priestess can open. That chaos principle, the truth of life that can never be put into words and structure, because once it is, it ceases being what that mystical thing, it loses something. There's a phrase, sometimes to know a thing is to kill a thing. That's what the Hierophant can be about, shadow side Hierophant. Like, he's trying to impart knowledge in order to lead people to the divine, but ultimately this is the finger pointing to the moon right here, is not the moon. And you're challenging the finger pointing to the moon. You're trying to direct people in some way. And this can happen on scale, you guys, but like on some way you're trying to like point people to their inner self. That's where God lives. And like the truth of God. That's where you can get in touch with the divine priestess energy. Your person sees you as the divine high priestess, by the way. They see you as the priest of the gods. Somebody who's able to give structure to deep divine spiritual concepts, artistic concepts. They see you as very archetypical. You bring out a primal nature in people. You're in touch with your primal nature, and it makes you very attractive to this person. You exert a lot of influence. The moon exerts more influence on the earth than the sun because of its proximity, and it changes the tides and the emotions. This person might see that you are very emotional, and that your emotions kind of go through cycles, but that is a wisdom generating process within you, and it's quite feminine. Like, you have a very feminine approach to spirituality, to your spirituality. It stands in marked contrast to this person and their beliefs, you know, because this person, I feel like, is quite masculine and very smart and very educated, and maybe they have like some kind of professional career or something, but they're seeing you as like having romantic charm and potential for power. So it's like you have a way of being very charming and lighthearted with these like very deep energies here, the way that you communicate them. And it's very seductive with the Scorpio energy here and this moon energy. Like, it's very watery, it's very sexual. Sorry that I just did that. Okay, so the shadow attribute that they're seeing you in now is gambler, relying on luck rather than hard work. What does that mean? Maybe there's like a current that you stepped up on, you know, to kind of, there is a certain current that's going on right now. This, to me, is the year of the eagle. That's a scorpionic image, right? That's the second level of Scorpio. The lowest level to deal with scorpionic energy is the scorpion, where you hide and you're reactive and you sting people. The second level is that eagle. Eagles ride above the storm. They glide, they catch the current and they glide up to ride above the storm. And obviously they're a bird of prey. And then the third one, of course, is the phoenix. So your person could see you catching a current. There is a current now of shift and change. And I feel like this is part of your, I feel that this is part of your divine mission here. That this person's picking up on. And I just want to say this as well. This person could be stuck a little bit in past energy with Jupiter, because Jupiter is the Vedic ruler of Pisces, and Pisces energy moves to the second house. As we move to the age of Aquarius, it's still quite valuable, and a lot of money can be made in spirituality, is what that says to me. But moving to the age of Aquarius, this person, like, that could be one of the sources of not really liking this energy, right? Because Aquarius is ruled by Saturn, that great restrictor, and Jupiter is the great expander. It can be contentious. I'm just getting that your beliefs and your ways of being can be a little bit contentious, but that you need to pay it no mind, because you are fulfilling your divine mission, is what I want to say to you right now. And you're stepping up into your power, and this person is enamored by it and a little bit afraid and a little bit defensive, because they don't want you to at them. They don't want you to come at them with your divine righteousness, because they're like, holy cow, was that always in there? Like, I think that you were holding back a lot in the past, and this person kind of realizes that now, that there's a lot going on under the surface with you, that you have a really solid poker face, because in the past they just thought, oh, that person's like really charming and really, like, you know, wonderful, and and all those things. And like, yeah, like you compromised your own self-expression in order to be more palatable to people, but now you're just like, F it. And sometimes when we correct, like we have to swing so far in the opposite direction. So that's the energy that your person's picking up on within you. Okay, pile number 2, that was very long-winded. Yeah, so your person's heard that you are righteous and that you've undergone some kind of a change. They, just so you know, they got defensive when they heard about that, because I feel like people were playing you up. This gossip that they heard about you, just so you know, it was like, oh, have you seen so-and-so? Like, they're like really killing it. They're rocking it. Like, I am so inspired by them. They were talking about how inspiring you are, and that they want to connect with themselves and with life in a different way. So that's what makes this person sees you as a spiritual teacher, and they saw their own shortcomings and faults in that reflection of like, oh, because you are, in a sense, it's not like you're completely antithetical to this person. It's really not. But, because you guys are both good people and you're both spiritual people, but like, this person was like, oops, should have listened more. Oops, I don't do that. Like, they were in that kind of energy. Because I think this person cares a lot about what people think. They get their validation from what people think. They were thinking, and just when they were hearing that, they were thinking a lot about who you were in the past, right? With the Justice card, because that is Libra energy. And they were thinking a lot about that there was a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes that they didn't really pay attention to and didn't really notice, because they were too big. Like, they were too big. They were too inflated to kind of notice what's going on, because Jupiter deals with people in groups. And I feel like you're a different kind of leader. You're stepping into a different kind of leadership. You had some kind of an adventure. Maybe you learned something. For some of you guys, like, you're studying astrology or something, because Uranus rules astrology. But you have some kind of deep esoteric knowledge or something that people have gotten a whiff of, if not like a full-on bite. So that's what I have for you guys, pile number 2. Keep doing it. You guys are here to change the world. All the best to you, you know. Okay, pile number 3. Let's see what your person has heard about you. Okay, pile number 3. First of all, let me just say, for a lot of you, and I know this is quite specific, so not everybody, your person has heard that you're giving birth, okay, that you just became a mother. Now, I know that's quite specific. Now, for others of you, another very specific scenario, your person has heard that you possibly came into some money or some kind of abundance, some kind of an inheritance through maybe your mother's side, that maybe you inherited your mother's business or something like that. But you have really, you've really stepped up into your own. You definitely, I'm back to everybody now. So you've definitely stepped up into your own. You've had some kind of a glow up. Your person, you could have started some kind of new business, but this business is like very holistic. It like nurtures people. It's something that has everybody in mind. You have 2 3s here. So this person sees you as nurturing the community in some way. Maybe you are a healer. I'm definitely seeing healer energy. So your person has heard that you are in healer energy, that you're birthing something in the world, possibly a project. You could have a pet project that is quite artistic or spiritual in nature. I am getting that you guys are artists. Maybe some of you guys do something with your hands and it's very divinely inspired, and you have started to receive some kind of success with this going on here. And you have some kind of creativity that's coming through hard, because you have 3s always bring out like the essence of that element in the suit. So you have the essence of fire going on, passion, creativity, sexy, right? And then you also have the Ace of Cups, a new beginning in in water, in love, in romance, in spirituality, in charisma. You are coming through as very charismatic, as someone quite beautiful. I feel like maybe there's for some of you guys, like there's a way that you changed your dress, your face, your makeup. There's something like very natural about you. Supple. Somebody was like, you haven't said the word supple in a long time. And I really haven't, but I'm saying it today. This person sees you as very supple. Somebody who is just absolutely, completely gorgeous. There is something plump about you, but it's like good. It's like a good plump that like, it's like a healthful glow. It's like, you're swelling with success. I don't know, is like really what I'm seeing. Now I gotta say for some of you with the, maybe some of you guys work in like childcare or like birthing. There's some kind of craftsmanship. This is definitely Hasta energy coming through. I love Hasta energy and Vedic. My South Node is there. Hi people. I attract a lot of Hasta people here. Hey, shout out. So this is moon energy. And the nakshatra of Hasta, that deals with craftsmanship. Oh my gosh. Craftsmanship, but it also childbearing. Maybe some of you guys are midwives or you're interested in studying midwifery. You're some kind of like healer. I don't know. With the Virgo energy, this is the energy that they're seeing you in. I feel like you got your daily routine down so that you can be very creative. You are weaving who it is that you are at your core, at your essence, into your daily life here with Virgo. With this Virgo energy. Virgos are earth angels. I'm really seeing you as an earth angel. This is what this person's heard about you, is that you're an earth angel and that you are being like highly creative. And I also feel like you could be receiving some kind of recognition for it or some kind of money for it. And that you just give with such a pure heart. This person's heard that like, you're amazing, honestly. This person's heard that you maybe are making some kind of plans to, for a business, to lay down some kind of a business. Maybe this has some kind of artistic, spiritual, or social significance, this business, this thing that you're doing. And I do think that you probably use a lot of your hands. You're manifesting. You're in quite the vibration. Pile number 3. Let me just say May 22nd, creative hotspot energy astrologically. So maybe put that in your calendar. I don't know. Not that you need it. You're the last people who need it, but I just told you. So let's put this person in this kind of energy. Cancer. They're in their shell. They have a lot of feelings for you. I'm getting kind of King of Cups. This person might be a creative person as well. They have a lot of emotions for you, but they're intimidated by you. Oh my gosh, I forgot that we got this one. They're intimidated by you because they're seeing you in your power. Like, you're such a loving person and you're a very creative person, and they're just like, wow. They're just like completely enamored. And they're wondering, like, when they heard this news, they were excited, first of all. Can I just say, like, they were excited. They were like, what? Tell me more. What is this person doing? With the King of Wands, and they were strategizing in their head about like how they could come towards you. But I feel like this person has low self-esteem, and like that kind of came through where they were like, oh, would this person even see me? And that's what they thought about with the 6 of Cups, because the 6 of Cups deals with like giving from a place of superiority, and that's what you were doing. Like, this person's seeing you in a very, very high light, like very high light. You might, like, again, starting your own business or something, and this person feels insecure about where they're at in their own life. And they think that you're so beautiful and that you're so successful, and like a lot of people are paying attention to you, that why would you pay attention to them? So what's interesting is their feelings. This is weird to have her feelings, but we have the 7 of Swords. Maybe they were thinking about sliding into your DMs. They were trying to think of like how to get close to you, but I feel like they were just feeling that would be ineffective. That they could like try to reach out to you, but ultimately wouldn't really do anything about it. But they, like, they felt very sexually excited by everything that was going on. They like are very attracted to you. This person is very attracted to you. I feel like they want to have a home with you. And this person might be more of a private person just in general, you know, and they might have like beliefs, traditional beliefs about like, especially if you're a woman, like a cisgendered woman, this person could have like very specific beliefs about what a man's supposed to do, what a woman's supposed to do. And it's not that they think that you should be any less than you are. They think they should be more than what they are in order to like provide for you and care for you. And that's why they've like kind of shrunk in their shell a little bit here. And they're wondering if like you, Cancer squares Aries. I'm kind of getting them with the King of Wands. Like, I feel like they were kind of thinking that maybe somebody more masculine or like more charismatic, somebody in this King of Wands energy would be better for you, you know, like be better suited for you. And in their head, like that's what they were using to berate themselves, is that, oh, well, you would be, you know, with someone like more sexually experienced than them, somebody who's like a business owner, somebody who has like a lot of success to their names, and you know, that kind of a thing, and is very physically attractive, very physically active, like, you know, they just send themselves down the rabbit hole in that sense. So let's jump down here and look at how they were viewing you then, how they're viewing you now. Okay, they used to view you in this Sagittarius state, okay? So someone very spiritual, very adventurous, someone quite educated, very good with their words, a person who possibly has traveled a lot. You could have done a lot of travel, and if you didn't travel in the physical world, you traveled in your mind and you traveled with your craft, because I see that you are able to, you put things together to make something new. You have that talent where you can use your hands to put something together. You love people, pile number 3. This person's heard that you love people. They've always known that about you, Sagittarius. But it's like you've taken whatever it is that you've learned in a broad sense from people who are different than you, who live different places than you, dress different than you, have different belief systems than you, and then or a different approach to your craft. Like if you are an artist, you studied someone else's art or something, or like you like to look at all kinds of art to put that together in, or spirituality. For some of you, this could be very spiritual. But yeah, they were seeing you in this energy. Maybe you guys had a really fun, flirty, romantic relationship. I feel like they've always seen you as maybe like, I don't know, active or like an athlete in some way. So the light attribute is artist. You guys, this pile is very creative. Expressing a dimension of life that is just beyond the 5 senses, inspiring others to see life symbolically. You've always been in divine feminine energy to this person. I do feel like they've seen you as their divine counterpart, honestly, like somebody who was a good blend to them. I also feel like in the past, they had more of like a beastly nature to them, something that's like cruder, and you've always been a little bit more refined, but they saw that like kind of coming together in the past. Like now they're more intimidated by you, but maybe they should have always been more intimidated by you, just saying. So the healer energy with the shadow attribute, taking advantage of those who need help, failing to care for oneself. I feel like you just never took care of yourself. You were always on the go. I don't see you as someone who would take advantage of someone. You have healer energy here. You do. Oh my gracious. And art heals people. I heard a quote one time that was talking about how art heals people. And they were talking about like acting, I think, and just seeing things like acted out, like really it just helps to heal people. And that's the highest vibration of an artist. And that's something that you do here. Again, like working with your hands, like you just were always learning. Maybe if you guys were in school or you were learning some kind of craft, they just see you as you were always trying to get bigger and bigger for other people, but you just sacrificed yourself. And now they're seeing you as wealthy. They're seeing you as someone who is very attractive, someone who has a lot of value with what they do, somebody who's stable and grounded. You could have like bought a house, or your business, like you bought a business somewhere. And you're like very determined, you're moving forward, you have a vision for your life, but you're also quite simple. Like you're doing things that are very simple and like very helpful to people on one level, but it's like the earth element has an element of magic to it, right? But it takes a spiritual person to be able to see that and really nurture it. It's so nuanced, and that's why it's the ultimate test of the spiritual adept, is to influence the material world in a way that's not obnoxious. And you're very classy. So with the mystic energy as the light attribute, revels in intimate union with the divine. They see you as divinely inspired. I feel like through your hands and through your heart energy, you're just very balanced, you're very well balanced, and you channel that divine energy somehow through your work. And you're very divinely inspired. This person sees you as someone on a mission, on a divine mission. And that's how, based on what they've heard about you, that's how it's changed the way that they're looking about you. They've always seen you as a creative person, but there's just this divine element that's coming in now. So with the mentor energy, the shadow attribute, inability to allow the student to move on to the role of master, imparting false instruction. So, interesting. You know what? Maybe this person sees you as like not taking yourself as seriously as you should. Because I'm almost getting that you are the student that isn't being allowed to move on to master, but you are very masterful. You have achieved mastery, but there's something that Maybe you're waiting on a title, or you're waiting on like something with the you're waiting for something to come in, and you've had some great achievement, some great idea. You've been working really hard. You have laid a foundation for that. It's very divinely inspired. It's super healing. And you're just waiting on some kind of news in order to make some kind of decision. And so this person might feel that the people around you too, like, make you feel less than you actually are. Because this person thinks that you're great. They're like just super, super intimidated by you now. They might have, like, I don't know, wanted to come to your defense with the King of Wands here. Because maybe somebody was saying that, like, I don't know, hold on. Yeah, maybe, I don't know, maybe somebody was saying that, like, I just felt like I needed to draw from this pile. The person who was, like, saying it, maybe they were very, like, hazy, but this person was like, no, this is great, you know? Yeah, this person what is going on here? Oh, look, he's on a sea turtle. I've never noticed that before. Or a shark and a sea turtle. Interesting. Yeah, this person, like, I'm just kind of getting the shark thing, like, where they might have been trying to sniff out blood or weakness or something, and this person wanted to protect you in some way. Don't take that if it doesn't resonate. So, yeah, Pile 3, that's what they've heard about you, that you're doing great, that you're doing the thing, that you're super healing, you're very motherly, you're very warm, you're laying down some roots for yourself, you're very creative, you have this creative, warm presence about you. I feel like you guys might have achieved something too that, like, you've been waiting on in becoming the Empress here. Possibly owning your own business that is socially, spiritually, or healing related. So that is what I have for you, pile number 3. Thank you guys for watching.